The tip of the iceberg theory explains that only a minor proportion of the cultural aspects in the world are more visible. This means that there are factors which are invisible that are as important as the ones we can notice when referring to cultural interaction. An example of this is when you negotiate with Japanese society or Colombian society. When you negotiate with Japanese people, they're not going to tell you what they truly believe, but they are always going to try to be polite. And this is when you need to try to infer depending on the context. While here in Colombia, we're more direct and we say things as we think so. So in that manner, we don't see it as an irrespectful thing, but we're persons who communicate more directly. When we refer us to, when we refer to the cultural iceberg theory, there are things that are easily visible to us, such as the way someone dresses, or the food they like, or the music they hear. But there are things that are such as important and vital, which aren't easily to for us to see, and there are many a dozen of them. For example, the beliefs that someone has, the way they communicate, their ethics. All these are factors that are not easily for us to see, but they're as vital as the one I just mentioned before, which are so easily for us to notice. The movie Wonder is a perfect example of the tip of the iceberg theory due to the fact that the main character is physically deformed, and for this reason, everyone judges him and ignores him. Because of his deformities, kids stir away from his direction, and the other kids make fun of him in school. This is an example to that there's only seeing a minor proportion of his personality, which is his physical attributes, when they're not getting to know him as a person.
As you may know, people in our society tends to criticize others without even knowing what's happening in a person's life. So as the iceberg theory, people only care about what's in the outside and don't really care what's in the inside. For people who suffers from disability, brain damage, physical damage, it's very hard to really stand up from that difficult situation if we as a society don't help them. We can help them by really understanding their feelings, their actions, their beliefs, and I think the only way to achieve that is to put ourselves in their shoes. So I don't know, imagine if you're in a car crash and you wake up with no arm, without a part of your face. What would you feel? We really know many people with disabilities, and they're usually people that are selfless. They're happy with life because they are alive. They are maybe they are depressed because they feel nobody likes them, nobody feels them, and they're lonely. Despite all this, they really manage to get a smile on their faces. So what we really need to do is really understand them. His parents taught them the beauty of life, and we destroy that for them. So we really need to don't discriminate them and treat them well. As a result, there are many wrong things in our world nowadays, and I think it is important for us to evaluate ourselves. People who suffers from disability or brain damage or physical damage, they need to be comfortable and accepted in our society instead of feeling bad or lonely. So we have to remember that if we treat people the way we want to be treated, then the world would be a better place.